Welcome back everyone, I hope you all doing good, having a great day. Today I will be sharing the PvP Demon Hunter builds with you guys, the variation that I am using. I will be talking about some other variation that you can potentially go for, but this is the one that I am enjoying myself, and so that is why I'm saying this is the variation I am using and not saying that will give you the best results. So now that is out of the way, let's go into some strength and weaknesses of the build, starting with the strengths here. These builds will be really good for mid and close range combat, and really good for hit and run. If you are into that, you can deal some good hit and run damage and get away really easy. And the variation that I have here, the Demon Hunter PvP build, they are actually easy to use on touch screen as well. Whenever I try to come up with any builds, I keep that in mind, like small screen of the phones, so I don't go with some complex skills that you have to actually use, and so I'm keeping things easy for you guys that you can enjoy on your phone as well, smaller screen. And then again, mid-spender and above can enjoy the skills a bit more. That is strength in my opinion, because if you are a small mid player, you can enjoy that as well, and above as well. And great for 1v1 combat, so that is another strength here. And as for the weaknesses, not good versus the groups, because you will be aiming for one single target, and if you are versus 2 or 3 at the same time, then you will need to be very high resonance, otherwise you will end up dying, especially if they are close to your resonance or same power as you. So you will need some support to battle a group. So if you are fighting a group, make sure you are staying in group as well. And then we are lacking some crowd control abilities, and I will be sharing that in my skill section of the video, why we lacking that, because we are going with all the attack speed and damage. And now that is out of the way, let's get into the starter gems and free to play gems here. Starting with Paragon Tree, I will recommend that, really good gem for Demon Hunter. It is good for every single class in my opinion. Bloody Reach, again, really good gem. Power and Command, I'm recommending Gloom Cask here instead of Garner's Invocation here, whatever the name, I'm butchering it, but Gloom Cask, I think, in my opinion, is much better. If you can get it, I would advise you to sell your normal gems and get the Gloom Cask instead of the Garner's, whatever the name of that gem is. And Berserker Eye and Everlasting is what we are suggesting here for the starter gems. Paw2Win Gems, you will able to see them on your screen right now. Bloodsoaked Jade, increase the movement speed. Sleeping Vial, Portal Hope, Gloom Cask, Concentrated Will, and Hollow Gold is what I would recommend with Demon Hunter. Overall, really good damage gems. And now we will be talking about the Paragon Tree. We all know that it's going to be Gladiator, and this is how my tree looks when I'm using the Gladiator. And now let's talk about the set pieces. I have a combination of 4 pieces of Virtus and 2 pieces of Banquet. And now why we are using 2 pieces of Banquet? The simple reason for me picking 2 pieces of Banquet is every game we will be doing some PvP. We have 7 players in team, and one of the players will be using fire. It can be a barbarian with the fire sucker, it can be a wizard with fire beam, or it can be another demon hunter using the fire multi-shot. So you don't need to worry about creating a firestorm, and so once they do that, Banquet is going to work with that. Another thing here, I'm not sure if you guys know that once you apply a Sleeping Vial on your enemy or a Everlasting Bleeding effect, they will take 15% increased damage from all sources. This is something that you guys told me about Banquet of Ice when I did the test for this, when this set came out. So you just have to apply a poison, fire, or bleeding on enemy, and Banquet 2 piece will do its job. And 4 pieces Virtus, giving us that duration, beneficial duration, and attack speed. That in my opinion is really good. More attack speed mean more chances of applying the dot hits on your enemy, and one of those dot hits can be a critical hit damage that might get you that kill. And now let's get into the skills here. I will go through these real quick and give you guys my reason why I picked it. Starting with primary attack, I am going with the theory of retribution and not the one that increases your knockback short damage. Reason is there is already content creator giving feedback that Demon Hunter knockback short is too powerful currently, and so I believe that this is going to get enough in future, and so I will be recommending retribution. A theory of retribution here. Another thing, like I said before, having more dot hits means you have a chance of getting critical hit chance, so always go for dot hits. That is what I do. More dot hits I can apply on some whales, one of those will turn out to be a critical hit damage and deal some big damage instead of having that 10% damage increase. That is just how that is just my reason for picking theory of retribution in PvP. And then we are picking the impale here just for the extra dot hits. Like you can see the pattern, having some more dot hits, why I'm picking it. But you can go with something like multi-shot here if you want. I have seen some people using traps as well with some frozen traps, so you can go with that as well. But in my variation, I'm going with this because it makes the whole playing the builds much easier and gives you some additional dot hits. And the second skill here is going to be the dating swing. Here I'm missing the headpiece here, but that is what I would recommend here. Falls Mephisto and giving you the more attack speed basically, and then from the pants we are getting another 30% attack speed. And as for the last shoulder piece, now I am using immobilize because it activates the chip of stone flash for me as well on the enemy. But you can pick the one that leave a cold part, frozen part, and chill enemy and slow them down. You can use that if you want. But yeah, you have some option here. I already gave you the reason. I have chip of stone flash, so I'm using immobilize to chip them and attack. So one of the reasons I'm using that. And then vengeance here, no modification. And the last skill is going to be, of course, knockback shot with the new chest piece that gives us that sheer wind talent. And now I will be going into some reforge here real quick. This is how my reforge here looks. Primary attack damage, skill damage, critical hit damage, duration. The one that I would recommend you having as a Demon Hunter, primary attack damage, then beneficial duration effect, and then attack speed. And that is what I will recommend as a Demon Hunter, at least my variation of the build. So you guys can leave a suggestion what I can try differently, but I thought these were the easiest builds to use in PvP, even on the phone devices as well. I'm signing off. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? What builds you using? Like what variation of the Demon Hunter builds you using? I'll sign off. I'll see you guys later with another video. Take care guys, later.